welcome to the channel. Welcome to my 335i E91. And today we're going to be working on a couple of jobs. Number one is to clean the car. It is absolutely disgusting at the moment. These roads are caked in mud and grit and it's just all over my car, so we're going to sort that out. And then the second job is we're going to be sorting out a common issue on these BMWs, which is the washer jet filter getting clogged up and preventing any windscreen spray from getting out of the jets. So we're going to be sorting that out today as well. So these are the goodies I've got for today's wash. As I mentioned, because the roads are so horrible, we're not going to do like a super in-depth, detail level wash. We're going to give it a good hose down, a good clean off. So let's get going.
And there we go. The 335i is actually clean for a change. And it does feel good to look at this car when it's actually clean. Makes a big difference.
So we're now over in the carport and I'm going to jack this bad boy up and we can start getting to that washer bottle, which is right inside here, inside the driver's side wing. The washer bottle is kind of that shape. So we'll go in there, got to take the wheel off, take the wheel arch lining off, and then we can pull the washer bottle out, access the filters, give them a clean, in she goes, and hopefully that will be that. And just to give you a really clear picture of the symptoms that we're having, you can hear the motor trying to work, but nothing is coming out. As you can see, the wipers are still going, but yeah, just no liquid. I have actually let this run empty now, but beforehand, it was just a few little squirts of liquid, but nothing really coming out. So that's what we're gonna be fixing today. And if you got these symptoms, hopefully this video helps you out. It's quite a satisfying job, kind of long, but we'll get it done. Okay, so we'll zip through this bit and we'll just undo these bolts. There we go. It's one wheel off. It's been a while. And you can sit over there. So here is our access area. Now we just need to be taking out all of the various little screws and bolts that hold the arch lining in. There are these little sort of pop rivets as well that we just need a trim tool to pop out. But that we can do. Might just do a time lapse of getting these out. And then we can get down to the washer bottle. So these are really just going to be a mix of 8mm and 10mm bolts in there. So I'm just going to use the drill to get out as many as we can. Time lapse. And I just thought I'd interrupt time lapse for a second. Just show you these pop rivets here. We've got a little middle bit which has a punch through. There you go. Just got to pop them in because they're sort of barbed at the back. And once you've got that out of there, then you can just pull them out with a trim tool. And one thing you've got to be careful with those little pop rivets is to not pop them too far through and you lose the little inside bit which pushes out the actual flange. So I did that on all three. So don't do what I did. Okay, so as you probably saw, we now have the arch liner off as well. And yeah, you could probably tell from my struggling around in there that quite a lot of bolts just to get the wheel arch lining out. There's quite a few on this sort of underside piece here. So there's about 3 little 10mm plastic bolts, plastic nuts, sorry, you've got to get out from underneath there. But that is our washer bottle. And so there's, you can see there's a bolt there. And then we'll wiggle this guy out and hopefully we can clean that filter off and sort this problem out. Let's do it. And there we go. Got access to the washer bottle now. Wasn't actually as hard as I remembered from doing this before on my old car. But it's just one bolt in the end, 110mm to release the bottle out. And then these are our 3 pumps. So this one on the far right is for the headlight washers. That is still working, so I don't think we need to touch that. And then it's these 2 at the bottom on the left are for the rear washer and the windscreen washer. So I'm going to pop these out now and disconnect these little power cables. It might be easier to do that when they're out of there, so let's try and get access to this one first. Okay, oh wow, okay, there's still quite a lot of liquid in there. Woohoo! And yeah, you can see that is the filter. And you can just see in there, it's just completely gummed up. So that's one. Then we'll do the rear, pop these back in, fill her up and see if it works. Let's try and do the rear and see what that looks like. I imagine it's gonna look exactly the same. Ah, that's not what we wanted to, there we go, okay. That one's probably even worse. Oh, that's disgusting. It's like a load of snot. I'll show you these when I give these a clean in some better light. And that's what they look like. Just little plastic caps is all you need, this entire job. Ridiculous. Here you go, hopefully now we're in a bit better light. You can see the state of these. So we're just gonna give this a good blast with this hat and maybe give it a scrub with a brush and just see if we can get all of that crap out of there. Okay, so you can see the filters are back on there now. And the final stage, just as I said, is gonna run some water through and see what comes out of there. Okay. Like some good gunk came out of there initially, and the bottle now looks pretty clean. So I think we can go ahead and set these guys back in there. Time lapse. And just to prove this works, I've got the washer bottle back in there now, and it's all just nipped up, and I just dropped a bit of fluid in there. Just to see what happens when we hit the sprayers. And look at that. That's some high power jet wash right there. So that's all good and done. And we just need to go ahead and whip everything back into place now, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Should just say when you're replacing the arch lining, just buy another pack of those little plastic pop rivets. It saves you having to recover them once you take them out. And the arch lining is all back in. The BMW under tray and arch lining is one of the most infuriating little bits that I ever do on this car. But it's in. Just gonna put the wheel back on and we're done deal. And that's about it on today's video. Sorted the washer bottle out and just need to drop the car back down onto the ground. Wheels torqued correctly, of course. Always remember to torque your wheel bolts correctly, kids, with a torque wrench. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that's useful if your washer bottle ever gets clogged up. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.